All right, I just picked up this Samick Greg Bennett design guitar, RL4. It's cool. It's made by the Samick company in Korea, which is pretty cool. I think it's a 2003. And it's got some, it doesn't really have much in the way of fretwear, but the strings are pretty grody. Look at that. That's a pretty nasty string. The body needs to be polished a little bit, and the gold is dirty. It's really dirty. Yeah. You can see how dirty it is. The camera's really not showing you how dirty it is. It's pretty dirty. You can see inside here how dirty it is. So I'll clean all that. Right now I just loosened the truss rod, and I'm really liking what I saw. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I unscrew the truss rod nut. I can get the little beggar out. Come on out, little beggar. That went right back in. There it is. And I'm going to take some of this stuff, just blow this out. Anything in there, I want to get it out. And it's got a little grease on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little graphite. In the threads. That stuff's awesome for lubricating things. Just drop a little bit in there. That should be fine. Yeah, I'll try to see if I can show you. That's like way more than I need. Always put your lid on your graphite because it makes a mess. So now I'm going to put this back in. Come on, baby. Anyway, I'm going to put that back in, and it's going to turn really easy. So I'm going to go through this entire guitar, but the very first thing I'm going to do is dress the frets. I don't think I'm going to use a file. There's really not that much fretwear. And I've lowered the action and played up the neck, and it's got a good neck. The frets are put in nicely. Usually the case with a Korean guitar from the Court factory. So basically what I do is, not too much tension. I'm going to use these two strings as a straight edge. And what I'll do is, I'll go like this. See, there's a little bit of gap, and then I'll just tighten the truss rod till it's flat. Then I know the neck is straight. See, just a little bit more and it will be straight. Of course, make sure I check the E too. Just needs a little bit more. So basically, I'm not going to do it right now, but if I tighten it more, then you'll see that it goes away. Now we got a straight neck. That's how I get my neck straight without a straight edge, because I got two. There's a little bit of finger dirt in here, so I just want to take that off. I don't want to scratch up these inlays too much. It's going to go lightly. Just want to get that any finger residue off of here. Super fine steel wool. Man, I'm up to about 1,000 on the dressing. After I do the tops, I always roll the edges. I'm just doing this by hand because it's coming out wicked. All right, made a lot of progress. I have the frets dressed and polished up real nice. I'm thinking when I cut this out, I might just put one hole in it. Just make sure it's flush against the nut and just put one hole in it. I think that would be a cool idea. Okay, now I'm going to cut out the truss cover. Just gonna go nice and easy with this Dremel tool. Nice and easy. Maybe a little faster. Here it is. Now I'll clean it up a little bit. Well, I'll clean it up a lot. I'll smooth it up a little bit with the sander. See where we're at. Nice and easy. I could probably use either side. This is like a matte side, and this is like a glossy side. Okay, you see the hole right there? Stick my homemade thing in there, and I got it lined up with the hole. So I'm just going to drill a hole right in the center of that. Oh, I'm just going to put one hole in it. I might buy one online, but for now we'll have this one. There we go. Okay, here's that little truss rod cover I made. I really don't like it. I think I might just buy one. All right, I'm back, and I'm gonna go over the guitar with some of this rubbing compound. It's really mild. It's gonna go over the paint, and then I'll probably put the hardware back on and string it up, see what we get. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I'm really surprised at how clean this guitar is. There's like one little ding here, a little ding here, a little ding there. I don't know if you can see them. I can probably see them now. But other than that, it's like super clean. The back is really clean. It's looking really good. I'm not going to wax the guitar. I'm just going to use this buffing compound on it. It's real mild. Can't really buff that gold though, because that gold ain't real gold. It'll come off. But so far, I mean, look at that. Looking class act. I'm putting a set of 9-42s on. They're used. They were used about an hour on my Sunset with the Bixby, but I just want to get a feel for the guitar. I'll put the 9-42s on and see where we're at. I mean, they're already used, because I might put flat wounds on. We'll see what happens. How's it look? Pretty good, huh? Oh, man, this guitar came out so clean. Remember how dirty the bridge was? Okay, here's a little tip when you're going to set the intonation. Lower the pickup down, because if you do, you'll keep from scratching it. Always just turn it back up. It's a way safer bet. So now I can actually get to these without marring up the finish on the pickup. Okay, I played the guitar for about 15 minutes after setting it up. The action's good. Show you the action there. Got a nice straight neck. I set the intonation. I couldn't get the intonation on the E. I have to reverse the saddle. I'll probably reverse all three of these to match those. I didn't cut the nut down at all. That's the way I got it. So I might do that, and I still yet have to do something about a truss rod cover. But other than that, it's finished. It plays good. It sounds good. It's a nice guitar. It's probably, I would say, about $5 when it came out. I'd have to, do some research to find out for sure. But so far, it's pretty good. But it's pretty much all done. I still haven't done anything with the nut. I'm not sure what gauge strings are going to be on it. So I'm just going to leave that for now. But it's looking pretty good. Pretty easy project. I didn't have to paint anything or glue anything. Nice guitar though. Okay, the last thing is I'm going to cut this nut down, polish her up. Doesn't have much to go at all. It's pretty good. And I'm going to use my trusty automotive feeler gauges. So here we go. I don't have any fret files. I don't see the need for them. Hey, if you want to buy fret files, go ahead. But I can manipulate sandpaper just fine. The thing is to make it as thick as a string, so sometimes you got to bend it twice. And like for an E string that's thin, you might want to really bend it, put it on a hard surface and squeeze it down. So, I don't know. I've always liked the fact that I can do all this work and I haven't spent a bunch of money on. There's certain things that you should get, guitar tools, but a lot of them, it's just fluff. You don't need to get them. And I mean, it wouldn't be bad having fret files, but with all these different sandpapers, I don't know. I don't seem to need it. It's not something that's high on my priority list. Okay, I think we're good right there. Okay, we're going to start the old D string. Okay, here's what I use on the nut. It's powdered graphite. Yay! You can get it at any hardware store for locks. Might just drop a little bit in there. It does make a mess though, so you got to be careful. It'll leave you a black mark. That's why I have this taped up. Powdered graphite. Okay, now I'm going to lemon oil the fretboard. And I got some of these old chamois for cleaning VCR drums, video drums. And the nice part about these is this stuff doesn't have to touch the frets, because a lot of people just pour this thing all over the place. I don't want my frets full of this stuff. So this works good. More common sense. Because this stuff's kind of greasy, and then your frets get greasy. Yeah, no bueno. Now we'll just let this dry a little bit. And make sure you always tape stuff up. You don't want to scratch up a decent clean guitar just because you're being careless. Alright, I had to remove the bridge because the 6th string, the E string, it can't go it can't go farther towards the nut anymore. So I already changed, I'm going to make them all the same. So you have to undo this little guy. Just pop that out. Be careful, don't bend it up. Then they just lift up. Gotta kind of force it in. I don't want to bend it. There. Okay, back in. That was tricky. All right, this thing is just playing awesome. But there's another thing I want to do. Look at the scratches on this. I got to get the lighting just right. I want to buff this. Of course, you want to take any gold-plated parts. Well, I don't know what kind of gold this is. It's certainly not real gold. But this will buff the finish right off of this in a couple of seconds. So let's see if we can just get a look at the scratches on here. Yeah, you can see them there. See those scratches? Well, I'm going to try to buff those scratches out. Well, it looks better. Kind of dulled down the scratches a bit, but light buffing compound works better on clear coat. But anyway, here she is. Look at how nice this guitar looks now after all the cleaning. It's beautiful. Plays good. It had like tarnished strings on it. I got my homemade truss rod cover on it. I'm getting some more gold screws. I need some gold screws. I need one for this and I need one for my hollow body guitar. Get a look at what it would look like with this on. I'm not much of a pick guard guy. That looks pretty good with the pick guard. Yeah. So if anybody has stuck with this video, I'm sure it's quite a few minutes long, you'll see everything I've done to this particular guitar to make it what it is now. So I hope you have a good day, everybody. Subscribe.